Hi, my name is Nancy Myers. I was the PE teacher at Iola Roberts from 1968 to 1998. I taught 5th grade the first year and then moved to the PE teacher position. My program was based on teaching the whole child, physically, mentally, spiritually, and socially. I believed in good sportsmanship and I dwelled on it. I wrote a song about it, we sang about it, and if we showed it, we were rewarded for it. My whistle song, Stop, Look, and Listen, worked for me. I often see kids today that say, Miss Myers, I remember that whistle song. We did a different activity every day in PE. On Mondays, we did team games. Tuesdays, individual games. Wednesdays, relays. Thursdays, gymnastics. And on Fridays, we did musical games. We also taught health and nutrition. If I wanted my students to remember a rule, then I would sing it to them, and they would sing it back. I know our program was the best in the state because I was on the state task force and accreditation teams. We traveled throughout the state checking out the PE programs, and ours was the best. In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, most kids just went outside for recess with their teacher, and that was their PE for the day. Mr. Mann, one of our principals, used to say to me, Miss Myers, stand up and say the 5 P's in faculty meeting. Well, the 5 P's are prior planning prevents poor performance. And teachers, it works. Also, he would say to us that we can make this the happiest time of the day for the kids, or we can make it the saddest time of the day. I chose happiest. Remember, teachers, some kids come to school loved and want to learn. Some kids come to school to be loved and then learn. Some teachers used to ask me about the noise in the gym. Did it bother me? Well, if I wasn't doing my job, then the kids wasn't happy and the noise level certainly didn't bother me. Our yearly PE program was usually presented to a packed house with standing room in the lobby in the old gym. May Day was another very eventful day. And being Iola Roberts Jump Rope Queen was quite the honor that was earned. Talent shows were a big event at the end of the year. I am proud of my former students and hope that they remember me as fondly as I do them. I hope I made a difference in their life. My life has been enriched by my students and my co-workers. By the way, some of my co-workers are former students. One of my favorite memories of Iola Roberts was when my first grandchild was born, September the 14th, 1991, Sandra Elise Atkins. That morning, Velma Jane announced on the intercom, "Congratulations to Miss Myers for being a grandmother today." Well, that afternoon, this little guy gets on Miss Carol Partain's bus and he said, "Miss Carol, did you know Miss Myers had a baby yesterday and she's back to school today?" Well, we got so tickled we could hardly finish bus duty. We had lots of funny happenings in PE, but I remember one especially. You remember the commercial, "I've fallen and I can't get up," and it's this old woman laid out in the floor. Well, we had a co-worker to die with breast cancer. She had 3 little kids, and after the funeral, we all became little mothers to those 3 kids. One day, the little girl fell in PE, and I usually let the kids just jump up and wipe it off. But I ran over to her and I said, "What's the matter?" And she fell out on the floor and said, "I've fallen and I can't get up." I have so many memorable students, but one in particular was in my classroom in 5th grade and then in 6th grade when we had the PE program. She did a very difficult cane routine, and she did it the whole record without missing a beat, and I so admired her for that. Not only was she gifted and talented in PE, she was gifted and talented in the classroom too. And today she is working in the central office at St. Clair County High School after being a principal many years at Odenville Middle School. She even invited me to her 50th birthday. I was so honored. Of course, that's been several years ago. Another memorable student was the first year I taught school, and she nominated me for the Birmingham Teacher of the Year Award, which was a big deal then. I certainly had no credentials for winning this award, but it was an honor to be nominated. And that little lady is my Facebook friend today. Another dear memorable student is Gary Hanna. He is a co-editor at the St. Clair Times, and in 2010 he did a 2-page spread on my life, and he said that I was a legend at Iola Roberts School, which made me feel real important. To all my students, girls, remember, if you fail as a mother, what else matters? But I know that you will live well, love much, and laugh often. Girls, if I don't speak to you when I see you, it's because I don't recognize you. I remember you as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and certainly not 30 or 40, 50. My life after retirement has been full of ups and downs, a lot of travel and adventure. May God continue to bless Iola Roberts School for many years to come. I have been blessed to be a small part of the Iola Roberts history. Thanks for including me in your 60th year celebration. Good evening.